Statistically, most of you watching this will not still be training 90 days from today. Not because you're lazy, not because you don't want it, but because you're about to hit the very phase that kills most beginners' progress. I'm Coach Wisdom. I'm a gym owner and I primarily work with beginners. And this is the trend I always see. When they first sign up, they're always so excited. They just told me all the reasons why this is important to them. They go out, they buy a new gym bag, gym clothes, and they're finally making themselves a priority. They say no to a party they were invited to because they have to make time for their workouts, so they're super dedicated. And in the first few weeks, they see very good results. They're losing 5 to 10 pounds, they're getting stronger in the gym, their clothes are fitting better, and they just feel good. But by week 5, progress starts to slow down tremendously. They start seeing that scale move down a lot slower. They're seeing that they're not getting that much stronger anymore in the gym. And when they look in the mirror, they're starting to realize they're not changing much at all anymore. Or they're not even changing at all. And by week 8, this is where most people quit. Does this sound familiar? Maybe you think the program is wrong. Maybe you think you need different exercises, you need more days in the gym, you need fat burners, or worse, you start thinking that this just isn't for you. Here's the truth. If you quit before 90 days, you never gave your body a real chance to change. And the real reason most beginners quit isn't due to laziness, it's because their expectations from the start was wrong. There's a predictable psychological dip that happens between weeks 6 and 8 that almost everybody is gonna hit. This is where excitement starts to fade, the scale starts to slow down, you stop getting those beginner PRs every single week in the gym, and you mistake that slowdown for failure. But what's actually happening during those very first few weeks? Weeks 1 through 4 are mostly neurological. Your nervous system is learning to perform movements more efficiently. You're learning how to squat, press, pull, and hip hinge. Your brain is getting more efficient at using your muscle fibers. And that's why your strength in the gym goes up so fast. But strength going up fast does not mean that you're gonna get visible muscle change, because you're not gonna be putting on slabs of muscle in 3 weeks. You're just getting better at using what you already have. It's kind of like learning martial arts. Day 1, you suck. But by 30, you learn to kick harder, punch harder, and that's not because you got incredibly stronger in 30 days. It just means your body adapted neurologically, and now you know how to kick and punch more efficiently. And that's exactly what's happening in your lifts when you first start working out. Do you remember when I said that most beginners are not lazy, it's just that their expectations were wrong from the start? This is all because of social media. Social media has completely distorted timelines. If you don't see extreme progress within the first few months, you start to think that you're not doing it correctly and that something is wrong. When I first started lifting, I remember genuinely believing that in the first few weeks, I would look visibly bigger. I was getting stronger in the gym, my clothes felt a little tighter, and I kept checking the mirror every day expecting some kind of change. But visibly, there really was none. At least nothing that was obvious. I was in high school at the time, and I remember asking the girl in biology class if my arms looked buffer. And I remember she laughed, said no, and just continued on. And I felt so embarrassed. I remember thinking, is this even working? And that thought is dangerous. Because once you start questioning the process, you start looking for shortcuts, you start program hopping, you start changing variables, or worse, you just stop. What I didn't understand back then was that visible muscle change and neurological strength gains were not on the same timeline. And in a minute, I'm going to explain what actually happens in weeks 9 and weeks 12 that most people never get to experience because they quit before they get there. But first, we need to fix your expectations. Social media has completely destroyed beginner perception. You see 30-day transformation, 8-week shreds. You see dramatic side-by-side photos with perfect lighting, perfect pumps, perfect angles. But what you don't see is years before that clip. You don't see the genetics. You don't see the lighting tricks. You don't see that most of those people were not actually beginners to begin with. Yes, my friend, you might have been deceived. Real muscle takes time. Muscle tissue is metabolically expensive. So this means that your body doesn't really want to build it unless you give it a consistent reason to build it. So when you see that you're not building muscle very quickly, It's not because your body's broken. It's not because you're genetically cursed. It's just that real muscle takes time. By the way, if you're in weeks 4 through 8 right now, comment what week you're on, because I'm actually curious how many of you are in that psychological dip right now as we speak. That middle phase between weeks 5 and 8 is where structural adaptation is happening. Your connective tissue is getting stronger, your movement quality is improving, your coordination is refining, and this phase is boring. It's not Instagram worthy, but it is necessary. The mirror doesn't scream transformation, and this is where most beginners quit. Now, let's actually talk about what starts to shift around weeks 9 to 12. This is when direction starts changing. And no, I'm not talking about dramatic movie level transformation. Your muscles start to look full even before you start working out. Your posture improves, and your body composition starts to shift subtly where other people are finally starting to notice. This is the beginning of compounding. And compounding is invisible at first. That's why it's powerful. If you quit at week 6, you quit before the visible changes even start to happen. 6 weeks is not a transformation. It's barely a warm-up. If you cannot commit 90 days of consistent training, proper sleep, proper nutrition, you're not even giving your body a fair chance to really change. This isn't about motivation. Motivation fades for everyone. This is about standards. Now, let's make this practical. If you're gonna give yourself a true 90-day chance, here's what that actually looks like. You train 3 times a week, full body. You don't program hop every 2 weeks. You don't chase new exercises. Every week you aim to improve something, whether it's a small weight increase, 1 more rep, or having better control than last week. Progression doesn't have to be dramatic. It just has to be consistent. You also make sure you're eating enough protein, so about 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of body weight. You don't starve yourself hoping to get lean faster while trying to build muscle. That contradiction alone stalls progress for most beginners. You sleep 7 to 9 hours a night. Recovery is not optional. Growth does not happen in the gym. It happens when you recover from what you did in the gym. If you do these things 90 days consistently, you will see direction change. And if after 90 days of real effort, you actually see no result, then we could troubleshoot the problem. But most people won't make it that far. They will quit somewhere in the dip. So before you decide this isn't working, I want you to ask yourself honestly, have I given this a real 90 days of consistency? If the answer is no, you're not stuck. You're early. And there's a difference.